Good morning, YouTubers. To all my subscribers, thank you. Keep on kicking, keep on fighting. I believe we may be in for a showdown in our White House. Don't know all of what's really going on, of course. We're the pawns in this game. And the sad part is we're kind of the front line of defense at the same time we're not. Okay, June 15th, 9/11. Imagine that. I gotta say, if I'm reading between the lines correctly and what's going on, Trump's last tweet when he was talking about he hoped they didn't heavily redact or try to leave stuff out of this report. He was forewarning us what was going on. The executive order was signed, I think, before he went to Singapore over the same matter, because he knew the asshole insiders would be at their best work and game again. And this is a game, people. With these people, it's sad. Once I've seen it for myself. I've had friends in places of money, and their whole lifestyle, everything's different. Sometimes I wondered if they was even living in the same reality that I was. I'm just hoping that everything goes forth and goes right in the right direction. People can make fun of it. Sometimes making fun of things and light of things is just a way of a coping mechanism to deal with what the real truth is. And what's coming down the pike, we are going to go through a reset, a global reset. I'm finding more and more information about this on different platforms and stuff. And if people's really interested in knowing who I'm looking at and listening to, Billy Joyce was one of them. He brought it back up. But I had heard about this global reset back 5 years ago and heard bits and pieces of it. Then this Asaria or Sharia or whatever it is, it goes into explicit detail, what's to go on and this, that, and the other, and this, that. I mean, we can't stop these people from doing what they want. Okay, for me, God first, gun second. Okay, they don't leave us no choice. I'm locked and loaded, ready to go. A call to us to stand up is basically lock down your homestead, keep you some food around, keep you some water around, and get ready for the idiots to come running. Be like turning on lights in a project that has nobody in them for the last 6 months. Turn the lights on at night and watch the roaches scatter. This is what it's coming down to. If these people do not start getting convicted of their crimes, I don't care how much Mr. Trump, Donald Trump, tries to fix this or that. If you still got the devil stirring the cake mix, the outcome's not going to be good. I don't care what anybody's got to say about that end of it. I'm just hoping that we see this for what it is. Our Bible tells us to be in the world, but not of the world. Some people, that's confusing. It took me a long time to kind of separate myself enough to understand what that meant. And I do. And we as people should have never allowed our government to separate us from the government. Like I said before, I don't know if it was a setup on Kennedy's behalf. Kennedy also had massive medical problems that affected his brain. A lot of people don't know that about the history of our president, but you can go look it up. When they, back in the, I guess, whenever, he signed this thing, I watched a little brief history thing, and he went into detail on how they was separating church and state. We are, as we the people, were supposed to be the gatekeepers against this evil corruption, this evil crap that's going on. And we had other presidents telling us what was going on, but nobody wasn't willing to stand up or say anything. Now it's done gotten to the bottom of the barrel, and the sludge is coming to the top. It's like an old sewer tank or septic. Anybody ever had one and had to clean one out, they understand your solids float to the top, and they get crusty, and they get old, and they get thick. That's our globalists. That's our system. We're underneath the water, okay? The sad part is we're holding these fools up, and it's getting old, real quick. Forgive my coughing. I'm still smoking them old stupid cigarettes, but the good thing is I've noticed every time I reduce a few cigarettes a day, I go through this. My body's trying to heal itself. I know this. Okay. Our actionable government, and a lot of people don't want to believe. That's fine. We'll see on Judgment Day. Like I said, I found it kind of strange that these Satanists uphold Satan. They'll run around and deny God all day long. But Satan had a creator, and its name was God. Big G God. Not little g, but big G. Okay? I find it kind of funny they'll run around and deny God, but they will accept Satan as their ruler, and Satan has a ruler over him that created him. I find it kind of strange how people buy into that, but, that's me. And I'm hoping other people see it that way too. I ask also if people just to go Google it and get an understanding that all of this crap that's going on in our society and our world, there's 4 bases of it that spreads out like a spider web that is involved in one piece of our life or another, from birth, cradle to grave. And that's the 4 hidden dynasties. Please just go Google them and take a quick study of what they are, how they affect you. If you'll write them down on a piece of paper, these 4, just put them in the center of a piece of paper, these 4, and start thinking about how they're connected. And these 4 things are commonalities in all of our lives, and it sucks. Just like anything good could have a bad side to it, and anything bad could have a good side to it. It's the yin and yang, the acceptance, the choices, the challenges of everyday life. Sometimes we take things for granted. Sometimes we get mad over the littlest things, and we question ourselves, or at least I do, on why that it made me mad. Sometimes I can't find no real reasonable way of looking at things other than being mad, and it clarifies some things for me. Then I get over and go on. But to all y'all, I believe this is the first phase of what's to come down. The EO, like I said, the executive order was signed before he went to Singapore. And besides, Trump is going to be turning that area over there into one of the biggest economic strengths in the world. And at the same time that it's being done, we got to have an understanding when we go see these people or we go vacation there, is to try to treat these people with all the utmost respect in the world, but at the same time try to get them to understand humility, get them to understand that human is human. We all bleed, we all pee, we all poop, we all laugh, we all sad. We all have these things in common, but at the same time they try to keep separating us with skin color, money, religion, one thing right after another. This is one way of controlling all of us. Depends on where you're at in life and what kind of financial situation you're in. There's always this rebuttal to push you away from somebody else that you done either climbed up away from, instead of reaching down and helping and pull somebody else up. They don't want you to do that, because instead of having one on the bottom of the ladder moving up, they would have two or more on the bottom of the ladder moving up. They don't like that. They like the ruling class. They like the ideas of kings and queens. Well, I'm here to tell you, I don't like it. Okay? There's only one king, one ruler, one God. For me, the rest of you, you can have multiple gods if you want to, but like I've told everybody, the day will come when we're all standing there at that white throne judgment. Okay? And when this takes place, and we've seen how we've been manipulated, it's going to be a sad day for a lot of people. And some people will never change. I don't care if you set a fire in their hip pocket, told them I was on fire. They could feel the fire running up their back, blistering their ass. They would still deny it, because one of us as Christian people, or one of us as people in general, trying to let them know that something's going on, and they're not willing to wake up to the facts. But that's up to them, isn't it? Like I said, there's an old saying that I picked up from somebody in Virginia, a younger woman named of Ashley, and she's right. You cannot fix stupid. Okay. The old saying is, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. I can lead as many people as I can to the truth, but I can't make you accept it. That's totally up to y'all. Alright, y'all. This is going on. Probably I'm going to try to end it right at 15 minutes. Don't want to leave it too long. I'm just kind of on here philosophizing and different things, trying to figure some of the things out. The Q Post warned us that these heavily redacted pages was going to come out first, but supposedly Trump has the ones not redacted. Also, all the other proof. Also, he signed the executive order before he went and talked to Kim. I'm hoping Kim stays on the bandwagon and keeps marching forward, because if you turn this world into an economy that everybody's got, and everybody can succeed at what they're trying to succeed at without being smacked around, thrown in a ditch, or you can't do this, you can't do that. Back years ago, forefathers didn't have these real expensive pieces of crap hanging on the wall known as college degrees, bachelor's, master's, blah this, blah that. Okay? I told somebody this morning in a comment, I have them papers too. Mine hangs on a roll in my bathroom. I use it every day. Okay? They use theirs every day too, but it also makes them look like a bunch of foolish idiots, because they have not a clue. Peace to all y'all. All right. Love you and have a good day.